What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with old part 2 of Shamea Morton. She did Kandi Burruss's YouTube show, Speak on It. So I am going to play the rest of that interview because we kind of got cut off, honey, from the last one. I didn't want the episode to be too long, honey. It was long enough. So let's get into this part 2, honey, where they left off. Let's get off into that.
The viewer, when I'm watching this episode, I think it threw me off. I get when things are implied about you, but let's say it was you. They were implied about you, Shamea.
Which they have been before.
Yeah, but I think the implication and where it was going, but it wasn't said. It's like, okay, well, you're in the dressing room. I kept going. But I will say, Porsha did very defensive. It was like, oh, whatever, and walked away. It was like, I would have stayed there like, girl, I'm not even, just like she did at the dinner the night before we came.
How the fuck can Porsha do that, Don, and Kenya carried on the way that she did? You know, at that table with them girls, she kept trying to imply that Porsha and Bolo hooked up. And then Tanya saying, you know, her and Porsha was in the room together all night. You know, now you could throw Tanya in there. Who cares what they did? Like, who cares? Kenya, Bolo should have been in your room, okay? Shit, you play your damn card. Oh, Bolo could be in your room because your baby was there. I'm just saying, Kenya, you could have got your groove on, girl, because we know you've been separated from Mark, okay? I know that cat probably dry. Meow! I think Kenya mad, y'all, she didn't get no dick. What y'all think? And then this is my issue with Kenya. This is why I say she's a fake ass bitch, right? Why she didn't hook up with Toya? That would have been perfect for the viewing audience, right? They been flirting real heavy. Kenya giving her panties and shit at lunch. Y'all remember the little lunch date she had with LaToya? Why we didn't see Kenya and Toya kissing and all up on each other? That would have been a sight to see. But Kenya was upset, honey, that LaToya made out with her enemy, which is Porsha. We gonna get off into all of that, you guys, when I do my recap. But I just gotta bring that stuff up now, because that's where the problem is, honey.
Keep talking, girl. We're not even paying you no attention on what you're talking about. But it got under her skin.
It would get under my skin, too, if you keep trying to imply that I'm a hoe. You's a hoe. I said that you's a hoe. Okay, they kept talking about it and talking about it. It ain't like Kenya brought it up and then they talked about something else. She spent the whole damn dinner night talking about that shit. Girl, bye. So it would make somebody feel away. Like, why is we talking about this? And Don, why you don't understand that? You're not a woman. You try to be a woman, but you ain't really a woman. You don't know how we think, honey, okay?
It definitely got under her skin at the table. She got up and walked away.
I don't think it was.
She stayed for a while.
I'm over it, yeah.
Yeah, she stayed out there for a while, longer than I would have. And actually, I was watching it with my boyfriend, and he was like, I'm glad Porsha got up and walked away. He was like, that was the most mature thing she could do, because why sit out there when people keep implying your name and you know that they are talking about you? They're not really saying you, but they keep saying where your room was at and all this other shit. So I'm not mad that Porsha walked away.
Like, I'm tired of talking about for a minute. It was kind of
and then Tanya, I mean, obviously it didn't affect Tanya because Tanya was still down there eating the boy.
We'll never see Tanya again after this episode.
Now, what's up with that? Tanya, why you disappear like that, sis? Why you disappear? Do y'all think that Tanya did a little something with Bolo? Do you feel like Tanya felt like Kenya was trying to sabotage her relationship, honey, with Paul? And, you know, Paul would have been all upset, you know, if Tanya got down with Bolo and Porsha. What y'all think about that? That is mighty suspicious that Tanya would just up and quit the show like that. But I heard that Kenya kept coming for her, and that's what made her eventually leave. What do y'all think about that? But I'm just saying, Real Housewives of Atlanta is a good ass show, honey, okay? And I believe they paid Tanya, you know, a little, you know, some money. They pay her some coins. She ain't getting what the other girls getting. She's not a wife. But shit, that's money and, traveling and opportunities. But, Tanya is rich. But why would you leave the show, though, if you claim you didn't do nothing? Inquiring minds, honey, want to know. And who cares, though, Tanya, if you did anything? But don't leave. You know what I'm saying? Don't just abandon the show because shit is getting too hot. Like, come on, sis. What's going on? What y'all think about Tanya just disappearing on these hoes, honey? Tanya said, honey, I ain't got time for this, okay?
She leaves that city and never comes back. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway.
She had to go visit somebody in Canada.
Okay. Anyway.
Y'all hear Don Juan, she had to visit somebody in Canada. In Canada. Not Canada, honey, okay?
Go back to me. I wasn't trying to be shady to the girls. I mean, I just had a slip of honesty to Don Juan.
A slip of honesty. Candy, you should have stayed neutral.
Honesty. A slip of honesty. I wasn't trying to throw anybody under the bus. I really wasn't. I just was like, fuck it.
Honestly, until I watched it back, I never knew that. I don't even remember that being said.
What?
Until I watched the episode, I didn't even remember us having that conversation and you saying, can you could possibly not be lying? I was like, we've never talked about that.
I wasn't talking about in detail about who was who and who was doing what. I'm just talking about there possibly was some noises.
Why is it such a big deal?
When you said that.
Right. Why is there such a big deal that there were noises? It's a bachelorette, everybody getting all nasty and freaky. Okay, y'all wanted them damn cameras off. So what did y'all think was going to happen when they cut the cameras off? Okay, somebody wanted to do some freaky dicky and didn't want us as the viewing audience to see or hear about it. I'm just saying.
And so even when I'm not getting mad, my fucking stop it like, you tried it.
Okay,
listen, I don't even fucking want to get into it. I don't even want to say, I don't even know what to say. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? You're not going to say nothing like you've been doing? Nothing?
What?
She's been doing a great job.
Oh, damn it.
Well, then how am I supposed to address what I said on the show? You're not supposed to address nothing. You're supposed to just keep it neutral like you're doing. Because she says, my motto with the dungeon is what happens in the dungeon stays
in the dungeon.
That is my motto.
But it wasn't the dungeon no more, was it?
Yeah,
it was the dungeon.
The whole night is the dungeon.
Well, it got to be the dungeon because I still paid for Bolo for till 7 o'clock in the morning to be at the dungeon. So
it's still the dungeon.
So
they had that.
So we're just confused about where exactly Bolo was in the house.
Bolo was in my bedroom. Okay, that's where Bolo was at, and I was riding him, honey, like a cowboy. Yeah.
Porsha.
Nobody said he was with anybody.
We just know he was still in the house.
Tell the truth, shame the devil. Y'all is trying to say that Porsha screwed Bolo, her and Tanya, honey. Okay.
Yes.
We just know he was in the house.
And there's speculation that noises were coming from Porsha's room. Or Porsha's side of the house.
Because of what
allegedly. Because of what Kenya said. Oh. And we're going to light on this because it's your friend.
You feel like you're going to light on it? Because I feel like it's pretty fucking heavy. We've been talking about it the whole time. You know why I brought it up? Actually, I brought up how you was being a little shady. And listen, it kind of went from there. Okay, listen. It was not... It wasn't my intent to be shady, okay? It really wasn't.
What was your intent? To inform?
It was fun shade. No, it wasn't my intent to inform. You talking about we saw?
No.
See, Pete, that's a cop-out when people say it wasn't my intention. You could say, well, I'm sorry you took it that way, but I'm coming from this point. I mean, behavior reflects intentions. And Kandi, if you wanted to be neutral about the situation, I just felt like you would have stayed neutral. You wouldn't be like, well, Kenya isn't completely lying. Well, Kenya isn't. I mean, who the fuck is Kenya at this point? This bitch still was trying to convince us that her and Mark was going to work their relationship out. It's the same woman that wanted us to believe those lies, okay?
When you were speaking.
Oh, just now. I wasn't trying to be shady. We were talking about the scene that not just now.
We're talking about
the scene.
Right, and the
scene
comes
across a little shady. It wasn't my intent. Yeah, it was like fun shade. I was telling him about the thing. Honestly, I was trying to be vague about the night. The first half of the conversation, I was being very vague about the entire night. Then he threw in the shade talking about the damn social justice stuff, and that's what I wanted to roll up under the table. And then I just need to be changed. And I just said, honestly, I mean, I wouldn't say that Kenya was, totally lying. That part.
That's shady?
No, I just probably would have left it off because it's kind of like, what is it even to say?
Right. How is it helping the situation?
It's not adding anything. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, Kenya knows you're her friend. You haven't thrown her under the bus. You haven't thrown Porsha under the bus. But when you make that statement, it's kind of like,
now there's something that needs to be said about what Kenya is saying. Who is Kenya? Kenya over there got a dry coochie. The man is, doing sneaky shit behind her back, honey, trying to sneak off and divorce her ass. See, that's what happens, honey, when you all up in other people's business, honey, instead of minding yours. Okay, shit.
I'm not gonna say Kenya was lying.
But I'm not saying she's saying the truth either.
Boy, she didn't say that. She just said I'm not gonna say Kenya was lying, which implies that Kenya is possibly telling the truth.
So, the most comfortable episode in Speak On It history.
Stop. So basically, but I know up until that point you were trying to be really neutral. I was trying to be neutral. And it was appreciated because it was like, you know what?
I think she was...
And Kandi being neutral, it would help her and Porsha's relationship. This is why I told y'all a long time ago, they're never going to really be able to get over the past if Kandi, be throwing Porsha under the bus intentionally or unintentionally. Just be neutral. That way you and Porsha can somehow and somewhat move on. Because you guys, it was very refreshing watching them in the dungeon, interact with each other. Porsha and Kandi. Remember, Kandi saw Porsha's lashes on the floor and they was laughing about it. I kind of like them, together. I don't like Kandi and Porsha together as much as I like Phaedra and Porsha, but that's a story for another day. But I like them being neutral. I like the fact that we're actually getting over, what happened season 9, because that shit dragged out. But Kandi, when you sit up here and say, well, Kenya ain't lying, and, I heard some stuff too, I'm with Shamea. Keep it neutral. Stay out of it. Let Kenya say what she claims she heard or saw, this, that, and the third. Let her be out on her own with that shit, right?
The bachelorette party. I think that it was girl code. It was a bachelorette party, and what happened in the dungeon should have stayed in the dungeon, and everybody should have just been cool with it. And that's how I feel. Playing out, except for a couple of people. You know what I'm saying? A couple of people are going hard, but when you throw out that kind of statement, then it's kind of like, well, is there some truth to it? You know what I mean? And it don't. What I'm saying is, it just don't help their argument. It don't help the other side. They're not really arguing. They're just saying, it's a girl's night, why are people
Kandi, now you sounding like Riley. You sound like your daughter. You sounding confused.
Talking about it. They're not arguing. Tanya, of course, we haven't talked to her, or we haven't heard from her. And I think that she understands,
maybe we should ask Tanya
like
to come
this.
And speak on it.
It just
send a comment, y'all. Hit Tanya's page.
She's engaged.
Tanya is done with y'all ass, because y'all know how to shut up,
Like those kind of implications, even just implying it. I was engaged when people were implying stuff about me. And if you don't have a strong relationship, or if it's already some little, it can really hurt your relationship.
Yeah, it
so
can.
That's why maybe I'm just so heavy on the.
And here's what I'm gonna say, Shamea. I appreciate how hard and dedicated and firm you are sticking for it. And I hope and pray every time it's conversations and it's with us also that because it's not in a bad way, but I respect that.
I do.
I want that same energy.
Absolutely.
Like if somebody's saying to be like, because when I say rodeo,
and I pray to God that you have friends like that in your life. I feel like you do. I feel like that's what you guys give each other. And
that's right. So why can't Porsha have a friend that's writing for her? And actually, you know what? I happened to be watching season 5. Isn't that when Porsha and Kenya came on? And Shamea was at the charity event that Porsha invited Kenya to, where they ended up getting into it. So Shamea and Porsha been friends for a very long time.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
We all need a friend like that. That's gonna ride for them. That's gonna
I'm not talking about outside. I'm talking about our friend.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I ain't worried about other people. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
I just talking about us.
I got you. Yeah.
So bottom line, Bolo wasn't in Porsha's room.
We don't know. Nobody knows where Bolo. I know that. I know.
As her friend.
What I'm saying is, that's what they're saying. They don't know. Like
nobody's going to.
What I'm saying is, I know that Porsha and Tanya
were in the room
together, and that's it. Now, Bolo could have been upstairs. Bolo could have been downstairs. Bolo could have been.
But you're not saying he was in her room.
No, I don't think he was in there.
You don't think he was in there?
I mean, I wasn't over there, so I can't say he definitely was there. But I just don't see that. Like,
Porsha's your best friend?
Yes, and she would have told me. She would have been like.
So she's never said Bolo was in her room. I'm just saying. I mean,
do y'all think that Porsha would have told Shamea if she hooked up with Bolo? What do y'all think?
If a stripper was in my room, I'd tell my best friend. I'd be like, because she was in there.
Wait, hold on.
You can't tell nobody on these type of shows.
Wait, speak for real. For real. As a best friend, would you even tell on your best friend if that's what they told you?
He's not a good friend already, because he already said my best friend tells anyway.
No, I said if a stripper was in my room, I'd tell my best friend.
And do you expect your best friend to come and tell?
No.
That don't sound right.
But you just told me what I need to know.
No way.
Here I am.
He's sitting here talking about his. First of all.
No, I'm just saying.
Well, but even as my best friend, like even if it's not my best friend, if Kandi came and told me something about her, right, and I knew that it was good or bad or whatever, indifferent, I'm not saying. Listen, if Kandi want to put some shit out there to the world about something in her relationship, if you want to put something out, that's y'all. That's for y'all to do. All I'm saying is, let's not speak on it. And that's why when she spoke on it tonight, I was like, you should have did what you've been doing and not speak on it.
Okay, so you just brought my shit full circle. That's what I'm asking.
Look.
And here's what I'm going to give you again. That media training, baby, because she circled it right back around. Let's not speak on it.
Oh, no, Shamea's
good. Edition.
Shamea's right. You are right.
I'm feeling Miss Shamea, honey. Y'all get down in the comments, honey. Let Miss Robinson know what you thought about the speak on it with Miss Shamea and Don Juan. And if I forgot the other brother, that they was talking to, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Don't forget, you guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.